Here you are. Do not be frightened. Come closer. The Master has ordered that you not be touched, as long as you remain useful.
Watch your tongue, Chief.
Your hands are soaked in blood. We can sense it.
I wouldn't be much of a mercenary if they weren't. Let's get to the point.
Naturally. We need to borrow something from the spellcaster's sorceress books. But we cannot enter the mage's tower. The mages are careful to prevent the adepts from entering. We might alter our appearance through magic, but the gates are all protected by the spell of disillusion. We coaxed an ignorant fool from the tower into bringing us notes on this spell, but a group of bandits stabbed him to death before we could procure them. Find the body at the fair. Learn the spell of disillusion's weaknesses. Sneak into the tower and disrupt the spell. Bring us proof of your success, and we will aid you against Dupont.
How do I figure out how the spell works?
The mage had the notes on his person when he was killed. Read them. Find the weakness.
Today's a very important day.
My boy wrote to say he started studying.
So I shielded the village.
I assume not all of your merchants and goods have returned from the fair.
It was horrible. Plundering and butchering innocent people in broad daylight. There's no keeping them in check.
A whisper on the wind told me your merchants have some arrangement with the cutthroats.
I'm not aware of anything like that.
Your affairs are none of my concern, but I'm searching for these bandits' lair. There are a few issues I need to settle with them.
Perhaps our interests align in this case. Their gang leader is Cedric. I'll pay a bounty for his death.
That certainly isn't out of the question.
Get yourself some clothes from those crates over there. Meanwhile, I'll issue a few orders.
What am I going to do with these rags?
Simple, you need to pretend you're one of them. Cedric has an impregnable hideout among the rocks. If they suspect anything untoward, the entrance will be closed. You need to get in there, don't you? Go ahead and disguise yourself.
Don't you have anything less smelly?
The perfect disguise. I'll show you their hideout on your map. Head there as soon as you can. Remember the passphrase, lemon fudge.
Fudge? What's that?
good outing.
Well, my hand still hurts after that blow. Did you see?
I don't remember seeing you before.
Lemon fudge.
What? Are you one of them rookie villager kids?
Yeah, I want to join your rough and tumble gang of outlaws.
Ugh, trolls utter. Well, it's up to Cedric who gets in. Open up, let him through.
It worked. This is Cedric's lair. Time to act.
You want a piece of this?
Dupont often leaves instructions for his hapless assassins. Why are these runes so complicated? I must memorize them if I'm to steal the crystal.
Hey, who are you? I've seen you at the Mage's Tower.
Lower your voice.
I'm a dark mage. Well, in a way. I'm actually a disciple. Still, I know a thing or two.
Get to the point.
The bandits don't know what they've settled on top of here. This ancient tomb emanates magic. All it needs is a little nudge, and it will begin.
What will begin?
Spirits will arise. Restless spirits. We can use them against the bandits. The spirits will immediately attack those who desecrated their tomb. A simple ritual is all that's needed. The black flowers of death grow all around here. Lay them on a tomb in one of the caves, and it will begin.
All by itself?
That's what they said at the lectures. Or at least that's all I remember.
Oh, Creator. Save us.
My family has no gold for ransom. I already told you.
Calm down, old man. I'm not one of them.
By the four elements. Will you save us?
Stay low, old man. I'll find a way to get you out of here.
We're gonna start a new life now, lads. We don't take orders from anyone anymore. The Ardenians no longer control us.
The gang was holding some people captive. I need to release them. Cedric's roving band of thugs are no more. You're free.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I have nothing to pay you with. They robbed me blind, deaf, and dumb.
We'll settle up one day.
But how can I return to Elmira empty-handed? She'll be so disappointed.
Trust me, old man. What matters is that you're going home alive.
The ashes.
Cedric's gang is no more.
That's good news. I will pay you generously. If you've never been to Windy Port, you'll be welcome there now. I'll order the elevator opened for your use right this instant. It's just a small patch of land beneath an overhang by the seashore, but there you'll find rare goods that don't make it to the fair.
Excellent.
One more thing. Our trade delegation might have another job for you. As long as you're prepared to face certain risks. Let me know if you're interested. Are you ready to hear our offer? Great. Let me warn you at once. Everything related to this assignment is strictly confidential.
Go on.
There's been some kind of catastrophe at the Magefactory. I don't know the details yet, but the city's been quarantined. No one is allowed in. We can't afford to miss out on this chance. The Magefactory is full of priceless inventions, but our mission is to retrieve this particular one. A special tabula meant to awaken the king's new battle golems was left at the Magefactory. We'd like to get our hands on it.
That sounds like the theft of mage secrets.
I am placing my trust in your abilities and integrity. Name your price.
Twice the bounty the mages will offer for your head. But even at that price, I'll need to think this over.
Yeah, there's nothing more to discuss then. If you change your mind, talk to Didier the Golem Master first. You should find him at the quarantine outpost.
Medical supplies. Incontinence. I've purchased your wares before.
Good afternoon. Heading to the elevator, are we? Are you headed for the port by any chance?
Why do you ask?
Oh, it's just a trifle. There's a young woman who lives there. Her name's Jeanette, and I'm Kramer, the merchant. You might remind her of me and my grain.
Why don't you just go yourself?
How can I? The Artisanians don't let anyone descend, in light of the threat presented by Cedric the Bandit. That's according to Damien. Curse him. I've already paid for the grain, and soon it's gonna rot. But if you could talk to Jeanette, the elevator is still working. You can go up whenever you want.
Did you see my notice? I'm so glad you came. These lands are supremely gorgeous, are they not?
I can't say I noticed. It does seem like a good place for setting up a defense.
As an artist, I couldn't ask for a better location. It's so beautiful, but windy, as it says in the name. Would you believe it? The wind swept one of my paintings right off the cliff. And the client is very demanding. They're not just going to wait. And I cannot simply go down and get it. I had a falling out with the residents once, and now they've banned me. So awkward. My only hope is that some kind passerby will oblige an old man infatuated with the sea.
Did you hear that? A man-eating troll is
I'll just go see the Elder and return to the castle.
Come
real
in.
quick.
You're free to pass.
Did you hear that? A man-eating troll is living in the old garden right there.
Well, I never had any plans to visit anyway. I'll just go see the Elder and return to the castle real quick.
Wait, please listen.
What's wrong, buddy?
Bandits ransacked my shop, and now they've taken it over entirely.
Wait. First things first. What shop do you mean?
I'm Dominic, a merchant of the Royal Trade Guild. I used to deliver goods to Odilon of Marcella, and since there was plenty of demand, I got one of the locals, Rick, to join me and open a shop of our own. We sell the same stuff as Odilon. Weapons, equipment, scrolls. We were doing a good business. Until that Fisher rogue appeared, drove Rick off, and took over our shop. No one here will stand up to him.
Who's this Fisher fellow? I've never heard of him.
Everyone's dead scared of the guy. Rumor has it he's got monsters serving him. Rick told me he had something up his sleeve to use against Fisher, and then he disappeared. Can you scare Fisher off for me? I'll reward you. On the honor of a royal merchant.
Now the trolls have been dealt with, I need to find the cache. Here's your winged masterpiece.
I'm ever so grateful. To me, my paintings are like children. I can't bear to lose them. They're the most precious thing I have.
I feel the same about the warriors who fight and risk their lives for me.
Besides, I'm going to have an exhibition soon. In Marcella's city park, no less.
I swear there was a trawl in the grotto. I seen it myself. And Fisher tamed the blasted thing.
No, trolls can't be tamed.
Now there's no getting near it. Like playthings to him. The elders in Jerusalem, too. Dominic's a coward. He's probably gonna lose his shop anyway.
My friend and I have found a prime little thing.
Hang on a second.
Old Didion has gone completely bonkers. Yes?
Jeanette?
Yeah, so?
A merchant named Kramer is complaining his grain hasn't been delivered.
Oh, come now. How am I supposed to know where his grain is? I mean, I do receive goods, register them, and put the entry in the log. But I don't remember any grain arriving. None at all.
Kramer is expecting an answer. He told me to ask you specifically.
I don't know. The ship hasn't arrived yet. The weather's been poor. Gromus said storms were approaching from the east, making navigation... Kramer will simply have to wait. Now kindly leave me alone.
Why so skittish, little colt?
Old Didion has gone completely bonkers. Yesterday he was talking about...
Dominic's a coward. He's probably gonna lose his shop anyway. I swear there was a trawl in the grotto. I seen it myself. And Fisher tamed the blasted thing.
You seem unhappy again.
Misery is the hallmark of these times. Those darned mice are the worst.
Are you scared of mice?
Rick's deathly afraid of mice. They spread disease, you know. One such pesky creature might have come here all the way from the Magefactory. George used to catch them, but now...
George? What happened?
He got poisoned, poor thing. Someone must have been exterminating mice. George caught a poisoned one and choked. Except the number of mice isn't getting any lower. Guess those cunning rodents have a nice food stash somewhere or other.
Could that food stash be the lost grain? I should look into this.
I swear there was a trawl in the grotto. I seen it myself. And Fisher tamed
This grain's gone completely rancid. It's as though this bag was left here for the mice. The grain's going bad. Was it left to rot on purpose?
Old Didion has gone completely bonkers.
Jeanette, I found the sacks of grain, and the mice feeding on them. You need to explain everything. Right now.
By the elements. I told that damnable Fisher to cover his tracks. Oh!
Don't get yourself in a tizzy. Just tell me what happened.
I picked up the grain from the ship and paid the captain. On the same evening, I received a letter. A blackmail letter. The anonymous author demanded I call off the grain deal and threatened to kill me if I didn't. He wrote that the grain had been ordered for Cedric's gang. He told me to come to the shore where the boats are left to dry, and I got scared.
Show me the letter.
Here, take it. You'll protect me, right? I'm frightened.
Old Didion has gone completely bonkers. Yesterday he was talking about
Dominic's a coward. He's probably gonna lose his shop anyway. I swear there was a trawl in the grotto. I seen it myself. And Fisher tamed the blast.
Kramer, I was able to locate your grain. Care to tell me who ordered it?
Huh? I'm under no obligation to share the names of my clients.
Yes, you are. Because of your grain, a man was killed at the port. Poisoned.
Oh, no. Please, don't turn me into the Artisanians. It wasn't my fault. It was Damien's man, Bloom. He ordered me to do it. It was all him. Bloom ordered poisoned grain for both Damien and Cedric. He's waiting for me at the crypts across from the Artisanian delegation.
This port is not unlike a hornet's nest. Even Damien is involved. Damien, someone tried to poison you and your men.
Indeed. And what's this backstabber's name?
Soon. First, tell me what business you have with that Cedric cutthroat. Did you use him to bully the merchants?
Please, how else could I maintain order around here if not with my own gangs? Castle Lomarock is in ruins and Castle Ardenne abandoned. These roads are patrolled by mercenaries and highwaymen instead of knights. If only Cedric, who Loggy take him, hadn't gone rogue. But thankfully, you brought him to justice. Will you tell me the name now?
Blum.
So young, so reckless. I must thank you properly.
I swear there was a trawl in the grotto. I seen it myself. And Fisher tamed the... Dominic's a coward. He's probably gonna lose his shop anyway.
Fisher has learned his lesson. When can I visit that shop of yours?
Thank you. Give Rick a little time to clean up. Once he's done, you can come see our goods.
Aren't you forgetting something, Dominic?
Oh, right. The reward, of course.
And a discount.
There was no mention of a discount. I've written down the details of our agreement, and there's no mention of a discount.
Looks like it.
Today's a very important day for us, my lovely.
But why? Wow.
See? Magic cards never lie.
Well then, sir, why can't you give me a tabular?
Just like that. I hardly broke a sweat.
Have you picked up the plate yet?
boy wrote to say he started studying.
So I shielded the village water.
Excuse me? Are you also headed to the Dupont estate?
Yes.
I was hoping you were noble. Oh, sorry. That was unkind of me.
I don't understand. Come again?
My mistress, Lady Letitia, is a poetess and noblewoman. How on earth could she have wound up in a relationship with that Dupont? The things I've seen at his estate. Drunken dimwits, artless actors, lecherous lords. Milady sent me on an errand yesterday afternoon, and now they won't let me back in. But she would never treat me so. What must have happened to her? Nasty rumors circle the Baron like vultures round carrion. Brave warriors! Lower the bridge! I must return to my mistress, Lady Letitia.
My boy wrote to say he started studying.
The disciple was... You failed to recognize us. It is the Iron Mask.
Indeed. Here's your crystal.
The tower's protective spell has been disrupted. Now we may easily get in. You've completed your task. It is time we repaid you. Find Greflet, the commander of Dupont's mercenaries. We heard he has taken root in a tavern somewhere nearby. Talk to him and lure him to us. We shall kill him and steal his image. Then we will assume command of his soldiers.
I guess he deserves as much.
We do not make mistakes. We wait.
My boy wrote to say he started studying the art of brewing elixir.
So I shielded the village daughter with my left hand and picked up an iron ball.
What do you want?
I have an invitation for you to join the Royal Guard.
So?
Follow me. We need to talk.
Very well. Let's see what you've got.
My boy wrote to say he started studying the art of brewing elixir.
How much longer must we wander here? Unatar Shirakat. His breath is most dire, I'm telling you.
Death is every mercenary's bosom companion. Now you are going to meet him.
It is anything. We'll go and fight. We have some summoning scrolls from the pages.
Hey, dimwit! Lower the bridge! Dupont's guests! Move it!
You ain't no village simpleton.
Ding, Vito, Jyrok. Commander, what's wrong? Dinge Rito Jarok.
Now look at that. Greflet is doing magic.
Serve us elements of air.
Run!
Who cares about Dupont?
What are the effects?
Dinge Rito Jarok.
How are art and food alike? In quite a lot of ways. Music can be sweet, and bitter, and insipid. Today I had such an insipid day. But fortunately, you are here. You are my dessert today. Well now. Our peace begins with the desertion of the Grey Knights. The curtain will close presently on much blood, suffering, and useless pleas for mercy. Ensure Lady Letitia doesn't wander off. She knows too much. Her role in our play has come to an end. So has yours.
You are a poor hand at spellcraft.
Did I ever claim otherwise?
What Master Tenebra sees in you remains hidden from me. No matter. Dupont is at the heart of the estate. Deal the final blow.
Did you see them fight? Today, a mighty find. So many people died. Juicy, juicy indeed. Have you brought a smidgen of ancient ashes and a palmful of earth from the grave? I can't wait to invoke the spirit of the fair maiden Jeanette.
Got the earth as ordered.
Then ashes, though? What's the problem? I gave you clear instructions, didn't I? Did you go to the graveyard?
Have you heard about the painter Aurelian, my dear?
Who's that?
Dupont is an art connoisseur. At least he's done a few good things.
No, indeed. They also cause no end of scum. Dupont liked them so much, he bought a few for himself. Then he invited Aurelian to his store.
Stop that pushing, or I'll push back.
Martin, tell me about the poetess. What's she like?
Letitia. Oh, she's not stupid. Very perceptive. I like her color. I can't wait.
She's always late to be as our gallery project can be
Did you discover what's burning at the fair?
Yes, Your Grace. Cedric's gang went through there on a rampage. They set the tents alight and carved up anyone they could catch. The traders took some heavy losses.
Have you tried using cadavers? They can be arranged. How much does Damien Chat pay you for Lord Dupont's annual? Quiet. But you know he'll be back. I'll keep it down if you tell me everything. Go ahead. Leave nothing. I'm a merchant. He gave me... Have you brought a smidgen of ancient ashes, full of earth from the grave? I can't wait to invoke the spirit of the fair maiden Jeanette.
Got the earth as ordered.
Filth. Will they ever be able to see the truth?
The antagonist is about to enter. Ah, here you are. To think that such a gifted artist should wither at a liar's hands.
You're not dead yet.
You slack-witted buffoon. Was that your best retort? But what should I expect from a nobody such as you? You don't even know who I am. Entr'acte. See you in the third act.
You misbegotten hound. Where did you go?
My lord, don't you remember me? I'm Della, Letitia.
Smell left an unusual trail. An unknown school, perhaps. Did you notice the cup?
Della? Do you know where Dupont fled?
Oh, I don't know. Though Lady Letitia might. They were in a relationship. Right now, she's locked in the cellar. Here, I found this key. Could it be the cellar key? Please, I'm begging you, save Lady Letitia.
Rescuing young ladies, nostria, and chickens seems to be the sum of my profession.
Commoners. Filth. Will they ever be able to see the truth?
It's not so easy. I should think a bit harder. It's clear. But what next? It's starting.
Armin is so sophisticated and knowledgeable. He promised to take me to the Haven of the Enlightened Ones, where we would become immortal, he and I. But there's so much left unsaid between us, and the poems...
Silly girl. Are you really in love with him? The man's an unconscionable womanizer. He has more wenches than an archer has arrows. Where is this haven you spoke of, by the by?
The Haven of the Enlightened Ones? No, I must not speak of it.
Letitia, your beloved is a murderer and a traitor.
No, I don't believe you. Oh, Armand, why did you get involved with them?
With whom? Where's this haven place?
I only wished him to be free from the awful responsibilities he took upon himself. But the Haven of the Enlightened Ones, I must admit I don't know its exact location. I've never been there myself. Armand never invited me, though I did ask him several times. That Lindsay, a mere assistant in his theater, she was invited. And I, a poetess, a lady, friend. Not even once. Dupont owns a theater at the Magefactory. That's where you'll find Lindsay. I'm sure she can tell you where the Haven is. The wench.
The theater at the Magefactory? You've really been in the dark out here.
Ah, Della, here you are. I was frightfully worried, Lady Letitia.
Now, let me take you out of here.
Yes, but give me a moment to collect myself.
I'll take care of Letitia and her maid. Go.
was intimate. The wine and I are one.
In vino veritas.
I can't wait to speak with Lord Dupont tonight.
He's always like coming. Has our gallery project handled his interest, do you think?
Quite so. He promised to introduce me.
Are we done here or what?
Just a moment. Once the last one has been updated, then we can...
What is wrong with you? What numbskull assembled you?
Are we done here or what? Just a moment.
Foley, don't be silly. Don't you have enough room here?
But Father, there's such a Do you agree that the way beyond the outpost is dangerous?
That's what Archmage Caithorn says, and he's no fool.
Leave your message for Prince Adrian somewhere around here. What does it matter where you hide it?
A message for Prince Adrian.
Oh, this will sound so very odd, but yes, I love him so much. He's just... So I write every once in a while to tell him how I'm doing, and hide my letters throughout Nostria. I just want him to know how much I love him.
I guess I understand. Love is like that.
If she wasn't so keen on traveling past the outpost, I wouldn't say a word. But you look like a seasoned traveler. Please, take Foley's letter and hide it in the location she indicates, if you get the chance. And since it's so close to Fluster, could you stop and check in on my wife while you're at it? My Brana is one tough woman, you see. She's probably worked herself into a huff because we've been gone so long.
should be ashamed to doubt the word of an aristocrat.
Excuse me. At this time.
But why? The way was open just last week.
The country has been struck.
The other one.
You should be ashamed. Whatever is going on in the Crown Lands? Can you believe these turnkeys dare refuse entry to an aristocrat?
I take it you are the aristocrat in question?
I am heir to the ancient Fortin dynasty. They who once ruled half of Floster. I can't understand why nobody recognizes me. It must be because I was raised in Artisania. Mother moved us there when I was but a young child. But I'm back now, and Judge Hurt doesn't recognize my title, despite personally welcoming me to Windy Port.
That poltroon dares lay claim to the Fortin dynasty. He even tried to appeal to my pity. The audacity of the man. That proves him both a liar and a fool. Artisanians. What else needs to be said?
For shame. Disparaging the Artisanians like that. Any roads? I've come here on behalf of my brother, Yui, not myself. Now my poor, gullible brother, him you must know, Mr. Hurt. After all, you're one of his creditors. Your usury has forced him into hiding.
Oh, there's a brother too. Pray, continue.
That wastrel Uwe Fortin is swimming in debt, and he hopes to redeem it all with his inheritance. That's the truth of the matter.
To see only the worst in everyone and everything. Exactly what I'd expect from a pencil pusher.
Listen, my friend. I already told you what to do. Bring me the marble tablet from the Fortin crypt, and the issue will be resolved.
And without the tablet, he's nobody?
The Fortins have always been known for their cunning. The tablet glows when held by one of the Fortin dynastic heirs. It's some kind of witchcraft, surely.
The tablet is hidden away in a boneyard, infested with undead, which itself lays beyond an outpost. I will handsomely reward anyone who brings me that tablet from the Fortin crypt.
A new meeting, Seer. And another battle.
And another battle. Tyrant is an ancient mage from the Serpentine Age who conquered flames, darkness, and gold. He will lead hordes of gargoyles, undead, and a powerful bone dragon into battle. He will smite all creatures of the void.
Tell me, can you summon any person from the past?
Only those who are remembered. In the world's memory, rulers live long, and the ancient rulers of Antis are remembered by the land itself. One of them, who had already lost his name, but was still able to lead an army, came to my call to fight the Blight. Go!
too much of this infection here. This is a serious oversight on the part of our mages.
The mages of Nostria will have a score to settle with the Blight. It devours their powers. They have yet to discover some of the dark secrets of the founders of their order. Sanguin, the second Archmage of Nostria, confronted the devouring plague in the spirit world. Fight for him, and bring victory to Nostria.
plague mask from Remedius yet?
I haven't. Why would I need one?
Haven't you heard?
Are you sure? What, never caught any ghosts? Just throw it! The hell with him! I didn't sign up for this.
What's going on here?
Our mentor sent us to this castle and provided this magic cage. We are to catch a rampaging elemental.
Don't be silly. This is no simple elemental, but a primordial spirit. It summoned its own horde of lesser spirits for minions. It's mighty powerful. And this dunderhead left the cage way over there.
I spoke with your mentor recently. His guest, a noble lady, asked me to help capture the spirit. With reason, I can see.
Really? That's great news. If you could clear a path for us, we'll sneak up to the cage and capture the spirit.
What are you waiting for? Go ahead and attack them! quiet. I told you, didn't I?
All right, the spirit is trapped. What now?
The cage is yours now. I'm sure you can manage from now on.
Bring the cage to Sequester's lab. He'll put it on a mana booster so it won't run out of power and...
Come on, they're not stupid. They'll figure it out. As for us, we're going to celebrate at the Goose and Logos. Let's go.
There's nothing like a well-deserved
Right.
rest.
There's nothing left to do here.
Halt! By the Archmage's decree, entrance to the Magefactory is prohibited. Turn back.
hope nothing got broken. Just like that. I hardly broke a sweat.
At last. The day has come at last.
Something tells me you're the one who wrote all these letters.
Yes, 'twas I. Once, I was known as Count Willmore, Keeper of the Royal Seal and Lord of Castle Ardenne. Like many other loyal servants of the king, I was a victim of slander. My enemies had me imprisoned in my own castle. I've been looking for a way out for 10 long years. During that time, I learned to tame the rats. The only creatures that can come and go at will. You found one such messenger. I believe its name was Armin.
I did, and came looking for the treasures mentioned in the message. Are they in this cellar?
How selfish people are. When I came for justice, and later for pity, none came. But as soon as I mentioned filthy lucre, all the cellar contains is a couple bottles of wine and some moldy cheese. Gold is not there. I do have some treasures stashed away, though. I'm willing to part with one such cache. The sky, fresh air. Oh, I feel dizzy. By the way, do you know anything about Baron Gladwin? The son of
Damn immigrants.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Geomancy-wise, nothing. Is it a problem with the sigil?
Who's that?
Running out of...
It's impossible. Mana is an endless resource.
Not everyone.
Who's that?
By the way, fate has smiled upon me twice, and both times through you, my friend.
Willmore. Can't say I'm surprised. Reconnecting with old acquaintances?
Just so. There's one connection I need to restore in particular, and I'll need your help. What if I offer to pay you to partake in a sort of private battle?
It wouldn't be my first melee. What's it about?
It is about my vengeance. I want revenge, and I'm almost prepared to get it. I shall make Baron Gladrin pay for slandering my good name. However, I need experienced warriors and someone like you.
Ah, finally a task I am well suited for.
I challenged Gladrin to combat on the fields under the aqueduct. I'll await you there.
I could trust Willmore and join his side, or see what the other party has to say first.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
I'm glad to see you. Have you heard? Count Willmore is back in the capital.
Yes, I chanced upon him.
So, you already know then. That monster has challenged me to a battle in the suburbs.
What's so monstrous about him?
He's a deceitful snake who's been coiled around the throne for years. He's the royal treasurer and Nostria's top thief. Every treasure he's stashed away is soaked in the blood of those he's robbed or killed. My father, too, suffered at that wicked beast's hands. He didn't even spare his own sister, Baroness d'Ardenne, or her husband. How long did he hold their daughter Gisela captive in a cellar?
I see. Locking him in the same cellar was a clever trick.
Yes. It took all the strength I possessed to seal him in that cellar. But it was nevertheless a mistake. I should have killed him. Count Willmore, you're a thief, a murderer, and an embezzler of the Crown's funds. Prepare to die.
You'll answer for that, maggot. Warriors, To arms!
Hired a gang of assassins, have you? I'm prepared for your dirty tricks. Squad, to me!
Don't just stand there, I need your help! I'm the one paying you!
Looks like the battle has already begun.
Look at the blackguard. Courtly schemer. His hands are soaked in blood.
My friend, join the fray and you'll know my generosity.
It's time to strike. Willmore, give me your hand. I'll get you out.
My personal savior. And right on time, too.
Well then, so much the worse for you both. I fight for truth and the crown. Prepare for battle!
At your service.
Sweet, sweet revenge. I have waited for so long. Gladrun, the sissy, accused me of all manner of crimes, while every day I served my old friend Montier faithfully. Did he really believe Montier had nothing to hide from the law? But what does it matter? I appreciate your help. The reward I promised is waiting for you.
implore you. No. How delightful. Now that you've caught the spirit, life at Castle Ardenne can start anew.
I'm glad to be of service.
Dearest Sequester, do tell. What awaits the captured spirit?
Apparently, this spirit used to work at the Magefactory. We don't know its true name, and therefore, I suppose we'll trap it in underground storage. There will be an investigation, followed by a trial before the magical court of law. Do you really find these details interesting? It's a long story, one that will last a few years at minimum.
Delightful. Well, now I must go. I'll be sure to tell Councillor Montier how promptly the mages rushed to assist me. Naturally, I'll put in a word about your invaluable assistance as well.
How do the mages do this? Ador, I summon thee.
I am here. Command, and I will obey.
The night you fled the Magefactory, was there a ritual?
No. I do not want to go back. But I will. I will speak. Eliu's child, hear me. I saw them come from all over the earth. Lost ones seeking unity in the void. They called to it. Their souls reached out for the void, and the void answered. One of them was chosen and touched. And so it came to our world. The spell was lifted. My shackles fell to the ground and I ran away. The blight. I was looking for salvation.
Is that all you saw? Who was performing the ritual? Do you know their names?
No. 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 I do not want. I will not. Fear. Void. The blight in the void. I see them not. I will not. There were many there like you. Before their souls were extinguished, I saw them. One, another, and another. Many there were. I witnessed the battle after I escaped. The Magefactor woke the golems. He fought off the blight and saved many, and led them under the mountains.
So someone survived?
I see not through stone. The Magefactor took them under the mountains. That is where they hid. The hole they went through was guarded by golems. They fought well, and the battle stopped. The wind carried their whispers to me. They prayed for salvation. They wept, and then void. Horrifying. I do not want. I will not. Mercy. Do not make me see them, child of Eliu.
I think I've heard enough, Ador. You can stop there.
Have you picked up a plate knife from the Negus yet?
I haven't. Why would I need one?
Haven't you heard?
My dream job.
the name of his King Claudius, sovereign of Nostria, defender of the realm.
What do we know about the preparations for the expedition to Magefactory, Count? You promised to come to a decision any day.
Your Highness, the Archmage is standing his ground. I tried.
Ah, finally! So what happened at the Magefactory? Did you determine the cause?
Allow me, Your Highness. Do you distrust the Royal Council? Your father never...
My dear Count, sometimes one opinion is not enough. Well, what did you find out?
The real cause of the disaster was a magical ritual. The culprits are an unknown cult that counts several subjects of the crown among its adepts. The magic used was not of this world. That spellcraft brought destruction down upon both the cultists themselves and the Magefactory.
Do you have a witness or some proof to support this account?
Refugees from the Magefactory and a captive spirit by the name of Ador. Spirits never lie. There is no better witness. Also, Ador saw the remaining survivors take refuge in the mines. They might still be alive, and if you're going to help them...
We must delay no longer. I entrust you with rescuing the survivors. Go to Magefactory, extricate my subjects, and bring them to me.
Your Highness, the Magefactory is quarantined by order of the Archmage Kaisar, as I told you.
Since when does the Prince of Nostria bend the knee to an Archmage?
I am sorry, Your Highness, but that is not what we agreed.
Our agreement stands. But so far, all you have provided me are words. Words that cast suspicion upon the Royal Council as well as the Royal Order of Mages. Centuries-old pillars supporting the throne. Prove your suspicions with something substantial. Find the survivors and bring them to the Citadel. Do this, and if all is as you say, I will grant you the pardon you were promised. How do you like my decision, Count? I think that's how we're going to expose the truth.
Unthinkable.
Loyal subjects of the King, in the name of His Royal Majesty, King Claudius, sovereign of Nostria, defender of the realm. Noble city, and our most noble...
Have you picked up a plague mask from the media store? Can't you go around?
I've been waiting for an audience with Mage Erasmus for over an hour, and waiting on someone.
At last, my divination proved correct. You showed up after all.
I don't understand. I need to talk to the Archmage. Is he available yet?
As you can see, he's so busy he won't even speak to me, the eldest of the mentors. But I do not take offense. The Archmage's will is law.
So, I'm not the only one you're waiting for.
I took the opportunity to interrogate Ador. Forgive me, but I couldn't help overhearing his name as you uttered it. What this spirit has spoken of, the Archmage needs to hear what he knows at once, and take action. He could, for example, lift this pointless quarantine. So many spell components wasted, so much mana, so much effort, all for nothing. We've been fighting imaginary enemies. Can you believe it?
I can imagine. I've been tasked with finding survivors inside the Magefactory. Perhaps you can help me get past the quarantine.
I've helped you already. I spoke with an old friend, Master Remedius. He is waiting for you at the outpost by the Magefactory bridge. He can help you. Just don't tell the Archmage. Let it be a secret between you and me, all right?
I've been waiting for an audience with Mage Erasmus for over an hour, and waiting
Halt! Who goes there?
I'm here on Prince Adrian's behalf. I need to get into the Magefactory immediately. Open the gate.
Ah, you're from the Prince. We've been waiting on you for a good while now.
In what sense?
Kandor will tell you. He's in charge while Remedius is away. Open the gate, you loafers.
Call the overseer. Sure, let's rumble.
While the mages aren't looking.
Try it. I'll complain to Horus. What do I care about Horus? I'm a mercenary, not a...
You're still alive.
How much have we spent today?
7,530 units of land. 3 lights.
Replace the seal of Avielios with the key.
Are you Kandor, the senior mage at this outpost?
Yes, that's me. And you're the Prince's agent, the one who caught Ador and made him talk. And who now, just as we anticipated, desires entry to the Monpatri Magefactory.
I promise you that is not one of my desires. However, the Prince has ordered me to rescue all survivors of the Magefactory disaster. Have you found anyone?
No one. We're prohibited from conducting any investigations, even if we use golems. The Archmage has directed us to enforce the quarantine, nothing else. All that's left for us to do is burn mana on cleansing spells and barrier charms. A senseless waste of time and effort.
Is that all you wanted to talk to me about, Mage Kandor?
Of course not. Master Remedius wishes to see you, away from prying eyes. I'm going to create a portal for you now.
Can I assume this portal won't drop me right into a trap?
Who do you think we are? The Adepts of Darkness? Go.
Here is the hero who made the Order of Mages look like fools. The Prince sent you to the Magefactory to look for survivors, correct?
Precisely. Perhaps you can lift your completely unnecessary quarantine now and let me inside.
The Order has its reasons for maintaining the quarantine, even if the king himself should order it lifted. But let's say we're willing to make an exception for you. There yet remains one question to be addressed.
What kind of question?
Can the Order of Mages trust you? We don't know who else you might be working for, nor what goals you pursue for yourself. The Magefactory is the repository of our secrets. Unfortunately, some of them have already fallen into the wrong hands. Recover them for us, and trust will cease to be an issue.
Supposing I agree, where am I to search for these secrets of yours?
Kandor will tell you the details. Go. The portal will take you back to the outpost.
You're a Magefactory worker?
I've spoken with Remedius. Assuming I'm willing to help you, what do I have to do?
Did you see the plundered wagon train on the bridge? I think you can guess it wasn't carrying tools or food. Something valuable went missing from that wagon train, and we want it recovered.
What exactly am I to find? Why do you mages always have to be so vague?
There are certain facts we are loath to divulge before the time is ripe. Find whoever robbed that wagon train, and...
It was sentry golems in the wagons, that's what. And Windyport is the place to look for them. Talk to the locals. They likely know about it. The Artisanians are constantly pilfering from the mages, either at the Magefactory or the tower. They sometimes even kidnap an actual mage, if you can imagine that.
How dare you! You shall face a magical tribunal for divulging our secrets.
I do very much dare. I serve the Royal Guard now, not you. Legate Horace will stand up for me.
I think I know enough now to proceed. Like hell. I'm not going that far.
Oh, wait a moment. Are you heading to the Magefactory?
Yes.
Please, hear me out. My assistant stayed behind at the Magefactory. I need you to find him.
Slow down there. Who? Why?
I am a golem master. I was to deliver new golems to the Royal Guard, but foolishly forgot the tabula of Tinsadunction. Without it, the golems will never awaken.
Can we stick to layman's terms?
Anyway, the tabula is in the hands of my assistant, who remained at Montpatry. If you could search for him, or he might have left some notes. The lost tabula must be found, or else the guard won't get its sentry golems. See? After the disaster, Legate Horace took me in and refused to give me up to the officials and all the rest of them. I can't let him down. No way.